The aim of this problem is to solve the equation. In other words, find the value of x that makes the equation true. Now when you're solving for an unknown, what you must do is remove the values near it. Now there's an 11. There is a subtract sign, but any signs to the left of a letter or number belong to it. So that minus belongs to the x. So we have to remove the 11. And to remove a positive 11, you have to subtract 11. And we need to do that from both sides. So we subtract 11 on the left and we subtract 11 on the right. 11 minus 11 will be 0, so that removes the 11. And 2 minus 11 will be equal to negative 9. So what we'll be left with is negative x is equal to negative 9. To actually find the value of x, we need to remove the negative sign. And the simplest way of doing that is to say there's negatives on both sides, so that means that x will equal 9. Alternatively, what you could do is say let's multiply both sides by negative 1, and then you'll end up with x equals positive 9. To solve this equation, we need to find the value of n so that 20 divided by n is equal to 10. We could probably work this one out simply in our head, but we need to go through a process because this is a bit unusual where the unknown is on the bottom line of the fraction. The first step will be to multiply both sides by n. The reason why we do that is because on the left side it's divided by n, and if we multiply by n, that removes the n from the left hand side, so we don't have to worry about the denominator. And what we'll get on the right hand side is 10 times n. So by removing the n's on the left hand side we get 20, and the right hand side is equal to 10n. This problem becomes a lot simpler now because we've got 20 equals 10n, and that means that 10 is being multiplied by n, and we need to remove the 10 to find n by itself. So we do that by saying if 10n means 10 multiplied by n, to remove the 10 we divide on the right hand side by 10, and we have to do the same on the left hand side so the equation stays balanced. Dividing by 10 removes the 10 from the right side, and we can write 20 divided by 10 as a fraction, 20 over 10. It's a bit easy to work with. Now you'll notice here that starting from our original equation, what we've done is we've swapped the 10 and the n over. So if ever you've got a fraction where the unknown is on the bottom, you can just do a swap between what's on the right hand side or the opposite side with what's on the denominator. And of course if you do that, 20 divided by 10 is just 2, so n equals 2 is the solution to the original equation. In this problem we've got 5 minus x is equal to 9. Once again we want to solve the equation, so find out what the value of x is. We need to remove the 5. Now we do that by saying positive 5 minus 5 will remove the 5. So we take away 5 from the left hand side, and we have to do the same to the right hand side so it stays balanced. Now doing that will remove the 5's from the left hand side. Of course the minus sign belongs to the x, it has to stay there, and 9 minus 5 on the right side is equal to 4. Now to find x we have to remove the minus sign. What we can do is just remove it and take it across to the right hand side. Alternatively we can say let's multiply both sides of that equation by negative 1 and we get x equals negative 4. In this problem we've got 3 equals 15 divided by w. It's possibly easier to write that as a fraction where w is on the bottom line. So we can see it as 15 over w. And like a previous example, what we need to do here is do a swap. We need to swap the 3 and the w over so we can find w in a much easier fashion. So we've done that and we get w equals 15 divided by 3. And of course 15 divided by 3 is just a number calculation. That'll give you a solution of w is equal to 5.